Please welcome to the stage DJ Dave, Mary Kish, and Tierra.
Hello, South by. How we feeling? I am so excited to be here. We have a couple of game changers, and we are going to be talking about changing the game on Twitch and the evolution of music as we know it. It is an absolute delight to be here with both of you who are pioneers in this space and also just incredible content creators. We're going to go down the line here just so you all know who I am. My name is Mary, and I am head of community at Twitch. It's my honor to work with incredible content creators every day and really change the evolution of what's going on, what kind of content you all want to watch live, interactive, and how music is becoming a part of that story. Tierra, I would love to throw it to you and have everybody get to know you and your channel.
Hi, everyone. My name's Tierra. I'm an artist from Philadelphia. I make music. I've been making music since I can remember. Started off writing poetry. I put the poems to beats, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm a rapper now. And yeah, I just put it all together, and I've just been creating since I was a kid. I recently started streaming it's been 6 months. We started in October. It was October, right? Yeah, October 8th. I remember because I was so nervous. People all my life, they told me like, yo, you got a personality, you got to show it. Streaming would be your thing. But I was always afraid. Like, it's something about just knowing that the camera is always going to be rolling that just like scared me so, like, I was like, yeah, I don't think I could do it. But I'm also a person who hates to be afraid of something. I always want to face my fears. And with that being said, I'm like, yo, it's time. It's time to get on Twitch. It's time to stream. It's time to build that community. I was feeling like if I'm not releasing music, I'm not really connected to the people. So I needed to find a way to always be connected. So it doesn't, like, when I'm streaming, I'm not streaming just me in the studio. I'm eating breakfast. I'm hanging out with friends. Like, I really want to engage and get to know my followers, my fans. It's like a family now. I love it. Like, it's one of the best decisions I've made.
It's incredible to see your journey and how you're able to connect with fans, and we are absolutely going to talk about that during the panel today. What we are really talking about here is how this is revolutionizing the way artists like yourself and like you, Dave, can connect with your audiences and share your talent with the world. Dave, for anyone else who is not familiar, please tell us a little bit about your music and your channel.
So yeah, hi guys, I'm DJ Dave. I'm a producer, DJ, performer, and most importantly, a live code artist. So I make and produce and perform and write all my music with live coding and just like various coded processes. I started sharing similar to Whack, I was like, people were telling me that I needed to like share my process live with people. And at first I could only do it like in a cut down way on like social media. Like I was like, I can't like do this live. Like I'm just too nervous. And then one day I was like, I need to just start doing this. Like I need to just turn the camera on and start making music. And I mean, it was a great decision. I'm really glad I started doing that. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and live coding.
Thank you, Dave. And it's just quite a treat to have both of you because you're both making music and you're both utilizing Twitch, but you do it in very unique ways. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. We also have a couple of visuals that might help the audience understand what we're talking about when we say making music live or connecting with your audience in an organic and authentic way. So if we can pull up the first slide, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why it's so important to talk about Twitch when we're talking about music and artists sharing their talents with the world. Just so everyone everyone knows here, 69.2 million unique viewers have watched music on Twitch. The music tag, which is how artists share what they're doing, went a 10% increase year over year. So we're seeing more and more artists on Twitch. And we had 176 million total hours watched of music on Twitch. So this is not a small thing. This is absolutely blowing up. And we're really excited to see more and more talent on Twitch sharing what they're doing. But let's talk about the unique ways that both of you are able to use streaming to connect with your fans. I'm going to start with you, Tierra, because I think that when we talk about streaming on Twitch, some people might say just the music itself, but you actually stream your life and who you are. And so you're using it in a different way. Can you tell us a little bit about how you stream and connect with your fans?
So I've been making music for a while, a long time actually, and I've met some amazing people, icons, legends, and I've been disappointed. Like, you know, you can be a fan of somebody and then you meet them and you're like, yeah, you're not as cool as I thought you would be.
Yeah, they say don't meet your heroes.
Don't meet your heroes. Yeah. So with that being said, I just wanted the people to get to know me outside of the music. Yes, Tierra is a brand, but she's also a person. That's what we're missing. We're not able to, we create these characters, and like I said, these brands, but then there's like something missing in the middle. And so with Twitch, I've been able to, like I said, directly connect to the fans, artist to audience, without, there's no high production. It's just me cutting the camera on and saying, yo, I'm in the house. I just got out the shower, guys. I'm about to make some breakfast. What you guys doing? You know, like, and even with me streaming the 6 months, when I'm out and about, like, people are like, oh, like, they're watching the stream, and they're like, yo, she's just a person. I think celebrities, you know, we get this, they hold us to a high standard. And I hate saying that I'm a celebrity. I hate the word celebrity. Oh, it makes me cringe. But I am a celebrity. I'm a public figure. We're not allowed to make mistakes. And I'm a human. People forget that I'm a human. No matter how much I say it and try to show it, like, I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm going to learn from them. And I need everybody to give each other grace and compassion. So when I'm live streaming, the biggest fear I had was making a mistake on live stream and then not being able to take it back. We're all going to make mistakes. I'm tripping up right now, like, but I'm human, guys. Like, I'm not perfect. I never appeared to be or said I was. Like, yeah, that's why I really do appreciate it. I didn't know that I would fall in love with it as much as I have fell in love with it.
I think this is really important for people to recognize as well, which is a generation ago when we have artists, pop musicians, anyone, you really did not get to see a lot of them outside of what they designed for you. And so people were kind of a packaged deal. You got to see their music videos, or you got to see them on a show that you paid for, but never could you get such access to their humanity and who they are.
Yes.
But it's very vulnerable for you to be able to do that, isn't it?
It is. It is. Yeah, I released a project 2 years ago today, actually, right? It's March 15th. And I talked about like wanting to unalive myself, just not feeling happy, trying to live up to other people's standards, and just never feeling like I was enough. But with streaming, I just feel so much more alive. Like, I look forward to it. I'm always ready. Like, we had a long day yesterday. We got in, we flew in. But I was like, yo, I gotta stream something. I gotta do something. Like, I miss, we go by the Wham fam, the Whamily, the WAC community. I just miss them. Like, and I can't wait to meet everybody. Like, I didn't know I was missing it until I started streaming. So it's just, even now we just had to end the stream and I'm like, damn, that's all I could think about, to be honest. I only did 16 minutes. Like, what?
Yeah.
Damn. They're gonna be asking, like, yo, what happened? Like, tell us what really happened. And I'm gonna have to tell them.
They will say that because
Yeah.
on average, when people come to Twitch, it's for over 72 minutes, which is very different than a lot of the other services that people go on. Musicians, you can find them on TikTok, you can find them on YouTube, you can find them on Instagram, but our average watch time is well over an hour. And so the community really wants to spend a lot of time with you when they come to see you.
Yep.
And I think that's a part of the nature of the business of what we're doing here, is these aren't little snippets. These aren't perfectly curated moments. They are who you are.
And I forget the camera's on now, so that's great. That's a great place to be.
It is a good place to be. Now, Dave, you also are showing a lot of your humanity, but you're doing something very different, and I'd love to talk about it. You actually stream your music creation process, and I do think we have a clip from you, and I'll just play it in the background just so people can get a taste of what it looks like to watch your stream. But why don't you tell us a little bit about your streaming process?
Yeah, so again, I started streaming because I was getting requests from people to like show a little bit more of my process, which I was nervous at first because like everyone's been saying, it's really vulnerable to like share just like your raw moments online. Especially for like if you're on for like a couple hours, like people are always like, can you post your whole streams after? And I'm like, no, like it's gonna be a couple more months before I don't get cringed out by myself talking. But yeah, I just kind of started also because like you mentioned, people are on Twitch for a lot longer than they're on like any other social media platform. So I would get comments being like, this is fake, or like, this is performative, which my friend Switch Angel and I, yesterday, another live coder, were just talking about how that's so funny to call it performative because it's literally a performance. So I'm like, I would hope it's performative. Or people were like, she's not actually coding or whatever. So obviously as like a woman in STEM, there's like a lot of like hurdles to jump through to like feel like you're validated or like get just respect from people that wouldn't even think twice to give it to like a man in my same position. So it was also just like, it's also just like a rewarding process to like share that, just my raw process. Like I'm not hiding anything. Like people will come in and be like, cause I stream like this video where I have like my code overlaid, or I don't have it overlaid, but I have like, you can see my whole screen on the
People should be able to see it
Yeah.
on these giant screens. Like this is you in the background live creating, but so is all of your code. Like
Yeah.
This is an extremely transparent look at how the music process is made. And it's also showing that you are doing things in real time with your audience.
Yeah, and with live coding, like in the live coding community, there's like a big emphasis on transparency and like showing your code, showing your screens. So I also just thought it was so appropriate to start streaming because I'm like, you can just see not only my screen during a performance, but you can just see it while I'm making the music itself. And so yeah, it's also been like, some people will comment sometimes being like, I'm gonna steal this. And I'm like, well, you can. Like, it's right there. Like, I literally can't stop you. But yeah, it's just fun to like show this raw side of the production process, and it makes it feel like I'm such a perfectionist. So it also makes it feel like a little less precious, and I can just like, I make music outside of streaming as well, obviously, but like making music on the stream, there's just like a little bit of a different vibe. I get into like a different type of creative flow. So it's just like, really, it's nice to like add that onto my creative process, honestly.
I love to hear about this because this really is something that is on the cusp of technology, and it's also revolutionary when we talk about music construction. Making music is not new, but interactively making it with an audience is. This is something that we're seeing more and more of. Just last year, Plaque Max, Skepta, and Fred Again live created a Grammy-nominated song for Victory Lap. They did this while chat was talking, while they were interacting, and they constructed this unique piece of art. And a lot of the times we're even seeing music videos be constructed while you can see chat in the window. These are strange to a lot of people because people are like, what do you mean you're in there? But how wonderful is it that your audience actually gets to say, I was here when they're watching a piece of art be made in real time. And so it's incredibly innovative what you're doing, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think it's really cool to see these transparent creators who are so honest about what's going on. Tierra, when we talk about you and your streams, we mentioned this previously, but one of the things that you're doing is you're not just streaming your music, you are streaming your life. We have a clip that I'll play in the background of just you hanging out. I think you were at a donut shop is what this is. Tell me a little bit about the types of creative content that you're putting together and how chat gets involved in your world.
We just love to go, me and my friends love to go on adventures, and this is, okay. This is a shot of me and my best friend. We were making donuts from scratch. Shout out to Dottie's Donuts in Philly. Yeah, it's like, yo, it was one stream we did. I was like, I want to make ice cream from scratch. I think that's every kid's dream, to make ice cream from scratch. So I have a friend in Philly who has an ice cream shop, and we went to make ice cream. We made donuts. We're gonna make pizza soon. Like, we're just doing fun shit. Like, and just capturing it online. And I wanted to touch on one thing. The beauty in just embracing mistakes. Like, when I'm recording in the studio, like, all of my best songs are like, I don't want to say mistakes, but I just was like playing around, like just not taking anything serious, and just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go in here and just say whatever I'm gonna say, whatever comes to mind, and going with that, like going with your first thought. I think streaming allows you to just do just that. Go with your first instinct. Oftentimes, like, so many people are not living to their potential because they're overthinking. Just do it. Just do it. Just get up and do it.
It's probably very inspiring to your audience as well. There's a lot of people out there that want to make music, and they're like, oh, I don't know if people will like that, or I don't think I'm good enough. Do you think that you are also inspirational for people to say, actually, the first step towards making music is just making something?
Yes.
And growing from that process?
Yeah, get started and figure it out as you go. Yeah, learn as you go.
How does your chat, you can see chat in this clip interacting with you. How do you think your chat live changes or adapts the content that you stream? Do you talk to them? Do they tell you, like, hey, we think you should do this or X? How does your chat get involved in your content?
Chat is king. The Wham fam, they are everything. They know me so well. Like, I know people have like they think they know me, but they don't know me. My chat, the Wham fam, they know me. Like, they just know, and I love that we've like built that relationship over time, where it's like, I'll be chilling sometimes, not really saying much, and they're like, Whack is overstimulated. They'll say it. I'm like, hell yeah, I am. Like, they know, and then they'll just like still be chilling, and then I'll come back like 10 minutes later, and I'm ready to talk again. But yeah, it's like family. It really is family. Like, when I'm at a gathering with my friends or family, like, I don't have to be like on like Tierra Whack, like, going crazy and cracking jokes, and I can just chill, and the chat is fine with that. And I just really am happy that I was able to build that.
We do see more and more musicians using Twitch as a way to humanize themselves and really show a transparent and authentic version of themselves. Like I said, you can see ads, or you can see an artist make a very selected, edited video on lots of different spaces. But Justin Bieber launched their channel last year just to show the behind the scenes of their life. And Doja Cat returned to Twitch to play Fortnite.
I see Kid Cudi too. He's on.
Cudi's on there. He just got It is always kind of surreal, because quite often, what an incredible musicians come to Twitch, they're playing a game, or they're bored and they're just hanging out in their bed at a hotel room, and they're like, I'm just gonna go live and talk to you for a little bit. That is unique, and it's a access that people have never had before. So it's very exciting to see how you're utilizing it in the places that you're taking them.
At home in Philly, I do everyday things all the time. So you said something about like it being performative. It's instinctive though, besides the camera, like everything I'm doing when I'm like out and about, I may be at Target, I may be at Walmart, just hanging out, and the interactions with people, like you can just tell, like, oh, she's always outside, she's always around. Yeah. So it's good to capture that too, Yeah.
I think it's wonderful that people get to see the humanity, and we will talk a lot about interactivity, because Twitch is not a passive channel. Twitch is a place where you get to be involved in the content. You actually can change the content. Dave, when we're talking about the creative process, will you tell me a little bit of how chat or the audience can impact your creative process or flow?
Yeah. So I use a live coding environment called Strudel, and it's a little bit new to the scene, like to the live coding scene. So a lot of the people that are in my chat are like pretty new to it. At this point, they're not, but at first they were. And it's like, I've been live coding now for like 6 years, so I have just a different perspective than someone who's just learning it. But there's something that like so many people resonate with when they find out that you can code music. Like there's so many people who are like, I'm a programmer, but I also make music. Like literally, I hear that like 50 times a day. So I'm just like, this clearly is resonating with a lot of people, like being able to combine these two interests. So it's cool to like go on a stream and get a perspective from people who are brand new to like the medium that I've been using for 6 years. And like the creative process is so fragile, like it can be impacted by like so many small things. And being able to like make a track on the fly and then getting input from people who have just a completely different perspective than me, but who have like the same passion as me. Like they're all passionate about what I'm doing. Obviously they're on literally watching my stream, but they're a lot newer to what I'm doing. So it's cool to like hear their perspective, to hear their suggestions, even to like field their questions. Because I think for a lot of people, that's like their classroom. Like they're like, if I'm on her stream, I can like finally ask questions about like this thing that I've been trying to make with live coding. So it's like, you obviously learn a lot through teaching. So like answering their questions is like, just, I don't know, it leads me to like results that I really wouldn't have if I didn't have like a ton of people giving me feedback, which like doesn't happen in a studio. You can't have like that many people in a studio anyway. So yeah, it's just a really unique place to get this new perspective from people and see what it turns into.
Do you think that there is a track or a song that simply would not have existed without your interaction from chat? Do you think that there are like pieces that exist because you had that back and forth with your audience?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I just released a song a few weeks ago called One For You that I started making on the stream, and I already had like this melody that I was gonna do, like this like synth melody, and I like, whenever I jump on the stream, I always like have something rolling, like some sort of like melody rolling already. So I just like had this playing, and then like I was kind of just like chatting with people, answering questions, whatever. And then I was like, I started like getting ideas. I'm like, I'm gonna like build this song out. So I like brought in some random vocal sample that I had on my computer, and people just started like throwing suggestions at me. Like they were like, put a delay on this, like run it in reverse instead, and like do all this stuff. And they'd been watching my stream long enough to like kind of be able to give me suggestions of like stuff I've done in the past. So I'm like, this is great. Like they know exactly what I want to make. They know exactly how I like to like manipulate samples, whatever. So I just like started building that out and like genuinely, because I was like, I'm gonna be on the stream for a few hours. Like I might as well just like try everything that they're suggesting. And the main melody in the song ended up being a suggestion from a streamer. So it was like that song, definitely wouldn't have existed in the form that it's in now. It's also just nice to like, when you have a song that's ready to be released, to like be able to play it for people and be like, what do you guys think? Because I like genuinely will make edits based on what people think, because I just like respect their opinions. So yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
I really, really admire like your strength. I'm not at that point yet, like where I want people to be like telling me how to make music. I'm not at that point. I want to get there maybe one day, but music is so sacred for me. That's like the one thing that I have, like, you know, it's mine. So I'm not ready to have the chat in the studio with me, like while I'm.
So fair.
Yeah, but I really admire you, like your strength. That's so, because I don't know. It's like I feel like you could get in your head, like, oh, don't say that line, say this, and it's like, well, I'm not really feeling that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you gotta kind of like let the chat like, but it's like that's not.
There's times that I'm like, no. Like there's times that people are like,
yeah,
please do it, make it a 4 on the floor kick instead. And I'm like, no. Like I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm the executive producer, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, it's like it is vulnerable, but I'm like, I don't know, once in a while I get a diamond in the rough suggestion that I'm just like, thank you. But I'm also like I'm like, no.
and it's just the power of like the opinions, or like, oh, she should have did it this way. Like I could release a song and then they're like, oh, she didn't do this and this is why I did. I just don't want any of that. So I just rather like keep the studio sacred for now.
I mean, I think that's what makes this panel so interesting, is that you actually are utilizing it very differently.
Yes.
But both authentically, and both you are just such gravitational pulls for your audience. I think that's what makes this interesting. Have you ever, Tierra, released music on Twitch before you've released it to the public? Have
Not
you ever?
yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
I love this. Twitch is known for teases, right? The idea of saying, I am going to drop my new track, or I'm going to let you know the title of the new track. Snippets like that make the audience feel like they're getting a sneak preview, backstage exclusive access. Do you ever utilize things like that to make your community, your audience feel connected to your craft?
We're planning on that. Yes, because they deserve it. Like, they deserve it. I want them to, be the first to hear and experience. Because, like I said, it's a family.
It is a family. It feels like it. Absolutely.
It is.
I think it's wonderful that you're talking about that. But generally speaking, when you're talking about your creative process, writing, the construction of it, you like to separate that from your live streams right now.
Yeah, I like to separate it. In that case, I want to get dressed and then come out and say, look at my outfit. I want to get dressed in private and then come out and say, here I am. Yeah,
Here I
it
am.
is. Yeah, because it's like I made it special for you. Like, music is everything to me. It's my first love. I also wanted to say, you said something about backstage.
Sure.
And that's how we started. We did the first 10 streams. We were on the desktop, just kind of like sitting, me and my best friend. I dragged my best friend into streaming with me because I was so scared. And it's been a blast.
That's a good friend.
So the 10th stream, I think it was, we did an IRL, our first IRL stream. Yeah. And we did, it was a friend's concert, Skrilla, and then we did Meek Mill, both in Philly. And we were, like I said, we were learning as we were going. We weren't sure how it was going to go, the first, IRL, moving around, so much chaos, different, the service, the Wi-Fi and everything connection. We started really early. I go everywhere. I'm always on time. I'm very, very punctual, guys. So we got there early just to make sure we got our badges and credentials, and the chat was just going crazy. Like, they were so hyped that they got to see backstage. And as an artist, like, I'm, like, privileged enough to, like, to me, backstage is nothing. But to the chat, they were like, oh my God, we're getting to see them put everything together, and we're seeing the artists walk in, before they're, dressed up and glammed up. And so we're like, oh, this makes sense. Like, we got to do this. Let's keep this strategy of not just showing the performance, the main show, but the beforehand, the build-up, the backstage,
I mean, that's such incredible access that people would die to have.
I didn't know, though. I just I've been doing this for a while, so I'm just like, they don't care about backstage. They want to see the show.
It's just another day for you.
Yeah, it's just another day, but not to chat.
When did you realize that you actually had some magic? Like, when did you recognize that taking people behind the scenes meant a lot to them?
Like, just yesterday. Like, honestly. Like, every day I'm just in and out. Like, my team, they're sitting in the front right here. Like, they have to, like, remind me, like, yo, we're doing it. Like, it's good. Like, it's great. Yeah. I'm so hard on myself. I'm my own worst critic. I'm trying to become my own best friend. But, yeah, it's every day I'm just kind of back and forth. Like, is it working? Do people want to see me? Yeah. I
think that is very true, and something that everyone can relate to, which is we are our own worst critic. We are always so hard on ourselves. Do either of you feel like when you are live on Twitch, chat can motivate you or humble you or make you feel like $1 million? All of these feelings that impact the way that you react to the world.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before, but I'm a huge perfectionist, and I feel like it's just helpful to like be like, did you guys like that? And then everyone's like, yes, and like, it's just, I literally feel like such a loser when I do it, but I'm like, I genuinely need to hear it. Like, I don't know if it's good, and yeah, so, and they're so nice. Like, I feel like I have this like fan base at this point that is just so sweet, and I'm always telling people that they're just so smart. Like, every time I talk to them, I'm like learning stuff from them too. And it's also helpful. Sometimes I'll literally not be able to figure something out. Like, I'm like deleting stuff and rewriting it, and I'm like, I can't figure this out. And someone will just like comment the thing that I have to write, and I'm like, thanks. Like, they just like hand it to me. So it's like, I literally almost feel like I'm doing a team project at times. So they're very empowering, they're very complimentary, and they're very smart. So I'm lucky.
Same question for you. I mean, how is your chat impacting your mood, your motivation? Do they elevate? Do they humble you? How does it work?
Very supportive friends. And when I'm getting on their nerves, they tell me that too. So, yeah, like Chad is so honest. They are me. Like, I keep saying family. I've built a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can be, again, it can also be humbling. It can be the people that say, like, calm down, or you're going too far.
Yeah.
I think
I always go too far. That's my specialty.
that's when the magic is really happening, and you can see chat popping off. Again, something that's very important to recognize about Twitch is the interactivity of the service. We're talking about the fact that you're making magic now. And so I want to talk a little bit about the fact that it is you had to be here moment. Can you each tell me a time when you felt you had to be here or the magic was gone? It's like you were either there live or you missed out.
I have one in mind. It's about the same song that I was just talking about that my chat helped me write. Because after the stream, I like clipped the video down, and I honestly don't remember to clip stuff very often, but I remembered this time, and it was like my most watched video ever. And I just feel like I got so many comments like with like suggestions of like what I should do with the track next, which on any other social media platform, honestly, I don't listen to. But I was like, there were so many people when I went back to streaming after, like a couple days later, that were like, they don't know that like I gave you that suggestion, and like that like how much time we were on the stream before like it even got to the point that people were resonating with on other platforms. And so I was just like, yeah, they should have been there. Like if they had suggestions or whatever, like that would have been the time. But it was also just like genuinely, it was like, felt like everything clicked when like we got this like one like production element together. So I was like, it was just like a really cool moment for me to like do that live in front of people. Cause yeah, I feel like most of like the magic happens for me in the studio or like when I'm just like working by myself. So for a moment like that to happen in front of people, that was just like really special for me. And yeah, it happened on Twitch, so.
I think it's very special, and we talk a lot about FOMO, or the idea that people will talk about the streams that they saw and say, you should have seen this. It creates a natural FOMO for anyone who didn't get to see it. These VODs will live on, they will be clipped, they can go viral on lots of different services. A lot of people always put their VODs up on YouTube so people can watch it, but ultimately the feeling that you can often construct is, I wish I was there when it happened, because that would have been really cool. Tierra, can you think of any times when you were like, that was special, that was something that happened live, and I'm so glad chat was there?
So the second IRL we did ever was at the Meek Mill show, and it was Meek Mill and friends. That was on the flyer, Meek Mill and friends, and people were like, who are the friends? Nobody knew who was going to show up. So we got there early enough that we were able to show the friends coming in. So if you were watching live, you got to see all the artists, and the chat was just like, yo, I'm so happy I tuned in. This is better than the actual show. Yeah.
And that's a crazy thing to even say, too.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's better to see this than the actual concert itself, because of the backstage passes, as we were talking, the interactivity, I mean, it's just a wild access that you are giving people.
Right.
But they had to be there.
Yep.
They had to probably follow you. They had to like check your socials.
Yep.
And they had to interact with it live. That's the type of thing that gets everyone to say to their friends, like, did you see this? Jump in here right now, because it's happening right now.
Yeah, and they get to see, like, we had to wait. We always have to wait on our passes. Like, people think they have a certain image in their head, like, oh, it's just everything's easy. Like, we have to do a lot of prep. So they're able to see that and just see, like, yo, like, the chat is like, yo, Wack, don't leave that spot. You know, the lady said she was going to come back with this badge, and you got to get back here. Like, they're just with us. They're in it. Like, I'm always looking for the chat. Like, I want to know what they're thinking.
It's interesting that you're showing backstage to other artists as well, because what you're really doing is you're promoting them too. You're promoting yourself. You're promoting other artists.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the idea of how you can promote via live stream. Charlie XCX, when they debuted Brat Summer, they debuted the remixed album live on Twitch, and Twitch had a emote, Brat, that like lime green background with text. We made a chat emote, so it was a lime green text and it just said chat, and chat, the emote, was used 3.1 million times during her stream. So we have this ability to construct emotes or badges in a way that let everybody share what's going on and create this like hype about you as an artist or about your music. Can you think of ways that you utilize chat, badges, emotes, or anything like that to help promote your brand, your music, or you as an artist?
I honestly haven't tapped into emotes too much, but my like mods and my chats are like always telling me that I have to. I honestly don't know how. But I have been doing this thing where like before a release, I'll just like go live for like as many days as I can that week, and in the code I'll just write like this song comes out Friday or whatever. Like I'll just like make sure I always have like the release information written down on the screen, because I'm scrolling around on my computer the whole time, so like it's hard for people to like if I scroll away from like the main message, then people won't be able to see it, or they don't know what the song is called or whatever. So I feel like I like use the chat in different ways. Like I use like, because I have so much text on my screen already. Like I already have
It's
like,
a busy stream.
It's a busy screen.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even have to take my webcam off because I'm like, you can't see. Like there's like more that you need to see. I need to go away. But then I put it right back on. But yeah, I feel like I kind of like ignite people in the chat from like what I'm writing in like my own like text window. Yeah. And then obviously I will like have people like pin links and stuff and like just send people to like learning resources or like whatever in the actual chat. But yeah, activating the chat.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you use
I have so many emotes. I had to tell my emo guy, please
an
please
emo
slow
guy?
down. Like we have so many emotes. We
What's your favorite?
the play panties. So we have a play panties emote where so I think I'm trying to figure out how it even started. I think I just have like crazy days where I'm just running around, just doing anything, doing backflips and splits and just running around being crazy. And they're like, oh, she must have her play panties on. I don't know where it came from. I might have said something crazy, and then chat, they don't miss anything. But if I'm acting crazy, they're like, she's ready to play today. She's, play panties. So we made the play panty emote. And then we just did a glass blowing stream, the glass blowing stream. If you guys have never witnessed glass blowing, it's so crazy.
So cool.
It's like magic. Seeing it in person, oh, that's another, you had to be there. But even through the screen, I don't think they were really able to capture. You have the glass is like you got to heat it up to like 2,000 degrees or something like that, and then it like freezes.
Yeah.
And you got to just be quick with designing it. You got to go back and watch that episode.
I gotta watch it.
What was I saying?
You were talking about emotes and
play
how you
panties.
use play panties.
So
and
we
then that got to
made
glass
play
blowing.
panties. The chat was like, "Yo, let's make play panties for the glass." We did like glass play panties, and it was so fun and it was so crazy.
I think that's a really good example of how you were playing with your audience. Your audience was playing back with you.
Yeah.
They made a term that you think is kind of indicative of who you are.
Yeah.
And that became an emote that now people can use on the channel.
Yeah.
Tierra, do you feel more in control of your narrative or more authentic on Twitch compared to like other places because they can play with you and like create emotes or culture about you?
Did you ask the question again, but like shorter?
Yes. Do you feel in control of your narrative when you're on Twitch?
Yes, I control everything. I'm starting to just really feel like I didn't know how much power I had until I started streaming. Like just the gift of gab sometimes, like just like moving around.
Gifted.
Like I do a lot of IRLs.
Yeah.
So like just moving around and just having that finesse. Like sometimes, a lot of times I get told no. But when you got like that camera there and you're just kind of moving, you just gotta have a certain confidence about you. Yeah, I feel like and like I said, the chat, I think they know who I am. Like I could say, like when I finally do meet them, I know that I'm gonna feel like, oh, we've been friends for however long. Like we've been connected for a while. So I really think is doing what it's supposed to do, me streaming.
I love that you feel that way, and I do genuinely think you are uniquely dispositioned to do well on Twitch. We often call TwitchCon YapCon because people like talk the whole time, but the gift of gab is quite important because you go live for a long time, right? And our users are really engaged. They are spending over an hour, like I said, and they're deeply involved in the stream. They're not often passively watching this music, maybe while they're like working or hanging out or studying. They're watching you and they're hanging onto your words or onto your music, and they're reacting because they're so deeply involved in that. Is that intimidating as well, or is it more empowering for you?
Both.
Yeah.
It's both, for sure. Yeah. Like I said, every day I go in and out of like, yeah, this is working. I'm not sure if I'm good enough. Just like it's back and forth. This is seesaw. Yeah. But for the most part, like I'm always like thinking about the Wham fam in the back of my mind. Like, damn, I wonder what they're doing. Do they miss me? Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I am often like one of the only experienced live coders that they can directly ask a question to on that day, at least. So it's like they look to me for like the right answer a lot of times, and that can be intimidating because I don't have a coding background. Like I didn't go to school for computer science. Yeah.
Wait, are they doing the live?
Oh, the live captions?
Yeah, the captions are live.
Hi. Yellow belly. Oh my God. They're not picking up. They can't pick that part up. Okay, sorry.
They don't know what that one is. Yeah.
They didn't pick up on that.
Okay, talk. I'm just gonna
Breaking
read.
our
Go ahead,
captions.
talk. Sorry.
But wait, what the hell was I saying?
I'm so sorry. That was so rude.
You're good.
But I was like seeing your words as you were saying. I was like, how's this happening? I thought it was just for me, but no, it's for you guys can see that, right? Okay. All right. Go. I'm sorry.
I was saying that I don't have a computer science background. So people will like ask me questions about, it's like always so embarrassing too, because I'm like, I should really know this. Like I'm literally coding all day long, and I don't know the answer. So that can get kind of intimidating because I'm like, I genuinely don't know and I'm really sorry. But I just try to stick to like the things that I actually do know. Like I'm like, I know they like my music if they're on here. I know they resonate with some sort of like my production process if they're on here. So I'm always like, the way I do it is blah, 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 but there's probably a better way. But yeah, I mean, it's always intimidating to feel like people are like really locked in on you, especially if you're not just naturally like wanting to be the center of attention all the time, which low-key I am. But, you know, but yeah, it's like also still, it's fun. It's like, it breaks me out of my shell a little bit. It makes things feel less precious. Like I was saying, like, I don't need to be perfect. Like I can make mistakes. I actually make mistakes all the time on my stream, and people will comment being like, that was wrong. And I'm like, well, okay, I didn't know. But yeah.
I think that's a part of live streaming as well that we touched on a little bit, but I'd love to tap on that a bit more about making mistakes. The point of live streaming is that it is raw, it is unfiltered, and you will see the accident. Sometimes the audio doesn't work and you have a technical issue. And what I find fascinating is how often the audience is really okay with that. They're often not mad when something doesn't go according to plan, because that is a part of the authenticity that you can't really predict what's going to happen, including mistakes. When we have artists, like often, you know, just incredible, very popular artists such as yourselves, sometimes they'll try and get into a club and they'll get denied. And what
Just last night. I was trying to go ride a bull and they said no, and I was like, you want some bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't set that up. I didn't know
I
that
feel
that
like you
happened
did.
to you.
Hey. Hey.
She loves the caption.
Hey. Ho.
You can't trip them up.
Hey. Okay, sorry.
So when you have experiences like that and maybe you get denied, sometimes that can be embarrassing, but I think it's most importantly, it's really authentic to your audience that get to see what you're like without any filter and without anyone kind of trying to control the situation. And I think that makes you feel like a true artist. What kind of advice do you have for other people who are thinking about doing this, but they're like nervous about showing that much transparency, or they won't know what's going to happen?
Just be real with yourself. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it, somebody else is going to do it. And that was also a issue that I had. Like, I started to have FOMO with like watching other streamers. I'm like, damn, like they're getting all these opportunities and things are happening, and oh, y'all think that's funny? I got some jokes,
I'm
I got
funny.
some, like I'm funny, yeah. Like you said, like I am an attention seeker. I am. I like attention when I want it, though. When I want attention, when I want it. But yeah, I'm just looking, and I mean, I was motivated, but I'm also just like, oh, okay, like I think I could do this. I had a little bit of confidence. It was like this tiny, and then my friends and my support system, they're like, yo, let's do it.
Yeah.
And everybody jumped in, and they're like, we got to try, and we're learning live. That was a thing for me too. I was so afraid of like, all the tech issues we were having, the sound, the mic, trying to get the shared screen, all the stuff that you do, like you're like super, super advanced. How long have you been streaming, you said?
Like 6 months.
6 months too? Wow, that's so cool. Same amount of time. But yeah, I just was like, I was embarrassed. Like, yo, we look like we don't know what we're doing, but I just was honest with the chat. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying something new. And you guys just got to bear with me. And they're fine with that. And they're very, very helpful.
I love that.
Yeah.
DJ Dave, the same question. What advice do you give to other artists that are thinking about that transparency, but maybe not quite sure if that's the move for them?
I mean, I think it's like the lesson that I learned from it, at least, which I would pass on, is like no one's gonna be as hard on you as you are on yourself. And like it's such a good way to learn that, like streaming in front of people. Because like you literally just see firsthand what people's actual intentions are, what their actual responses are to what you're doing. And that was really helpful for me, because before I was streaming, I was kind of like, I wonder what people are gonna be thinking about my process. Like, I wonder what people think about my personality. Like, I was like, I don't know. Like, it's just you, and a lot of times you assume the worst. Like, you're like, I feel like people are gonna hate this, people are gonna hate me, whatever. And it's also just like really satisfying and like comforting to like just show your raw process, your raw personality, just like you doing what you love to do, and then realizing that honestly people are a lot nicer than they seem on other platforms, you know what I mean? So I feel like my advice would just be like, don't be scared of that. Like, don't be scared of what people might think about you or about your process, because they're probably gonna like it a lot more than you think, or they're gonna be a lot more inspired than you think.
Yeah.
I want to say, do it scared. That's what I'm doing every day. I'm doing everything scared.
Yeah. Be scared.
Be scared, but still do it.
Yeah.
Still show up, still execute, still try.
Whether it's music or any kind of streaming, we often say get comfortable being uncomfortable, because the reality is there is an uncomfortability, but that vulnerability is what makes your streams so interesting. So I love that you're able to share that advice for people. We did ask the audience to ask you some questions. I think you can still submit if you want to, but I'm going to start with the questions for our last few minutes here. Tierra, I'm going to start with you for this one. What's something you want to do on stream, but you haven't tried yet?
So many ideas. Jeez. I'm looking to my friends. What do I talk about? Jesus. You want to start first, Mary? You want to go?
Yeah, do you
Mary?
have
Yeah.
one, Dave?
I have one in mind. I have done this, but I only did it once, so I'm like, I want to do it more. But like couple months ago, I always say a couple months, and then it was either like 5 months ago or like 2 days ago. I never know what time it is or what day it is. But a couple months ago, I think I did a Strudel workshop, which Strudel's the live coding environment that I use, and I did like a proper workshop on Twitch, and I like made sure everyone prepped. I was like, school starts on Monday. Everyone has to be there on time. I was like, I'm serious. I'm starting like at noon. And then afterwards, I was like, everyone has to study because Wednesday is a quiz. And everyone like took it super seriously. And like I graded the quiz, and like it was so much fun. And then I like had to, like life got ahead of me and I had to like prep for some live shows and I was like, this has to go on hold. But I really want to do that more because it was so much fun. And I also thought I made the quiz too easy because I was like, everyone is so smart. I need to like low-key make this quiz really hard. And I think I made it too hard. So I also I want to like make a more appropriate quiz for people next time. But I think having like my Twitch channel be a place that people can like actually learn the fundamentals of the environments that I'm using would be cool, and I want to do that more.
Did you fail anyone?
I could never fail anyone. You know what? Everyone really gave it their all, and I'm like, if people are coming on here and like straight up taking a quiz, like people were being like, I'm really nervous, and I was like, don't be nervous. I was like, this doesn't count towards your grade this time, but the next one will. I honestly might like give them a GPA. Like I'm like, people have to whatever. So I didn't fail. I did not fail anyone, but I did. I made sure everyone knew who got the top score because she had the top score by a lot. So
I love that. I think as you're thinking about emotes, something that would be really fun would be grades as your emotes.
that's so true.
Yeah.
Everyone's like F.
F's in chat.
F's in the chat.
Did you
No,
think
A+
of
in the
any,
chat.
Tierra?
Yes, I've been skating lately. I was never a big skater coming up, but I'm learning how to skate backwards with my best friend, so I want to try that on stream.
What kind of skating? Roller skating?
Roller skating.
That's
yeah,
sick.
roller skating, yeah.
On the classics. That's
yeah,
amazing.
the classics, yep. And then I want to do a cooking stream. People know that I can cook, but they never actually see me cook.
Yeah.
So I got to like prove that I can like, chef it up. Yeah.
Cooking streams are so wild
Yeah.
because when you think of a cooking stream on a place like YouTube, they'll be like, I've put this chicken in the oven and here's one that I made 2 hours ago so you can see the end. And on Twitch, you put the chicken in the oven and then you go, what do you guys want to do for 2 hours while this chicken cooks?
Right.
And then hope that you don't burn it because there's
Yep.
no second chicken underneath the counter for you to pull out. I would like to see that. That is something I would absolutely
Yes.
pay attention,
It's
and I
coming
would
soon. Yeah.
coming soon.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
I thought it was going to be live audience, not like people from X.
It is in South by Southwest,
Okay.
done through an
Okay.
app, and then
Okay, got it. Some
They-
business stuff. Got
but
it.
they are it's not live, but they are live.
Does
able to
anybody have a
submit
question in here?
questions.
Nope, no one. And okay, you guys are making me look bad. No, talk to me.
There's more questions.
Okay, oh, they are. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, you can type it in through the app. I don't know. Oh yeah, join via the South by Southwest Go app, clicking engage on the event page,
Got it,
and
got
they
it.
can submit questions.
Reading is essential. Sorry.
It is. Here is the next question that I think is probably good for all of us. One of our favorite music moments on Twitch. It can absolutely be from your stream, but it can be from someone else's. I have to say, I think my favorite was Blackboy Max making Victory Lap on Twitch. That was our very first Grammy-nominated song that was made on Twitch, and I think that's really monumental, and I think it's the cusp of the future. How cool is it that you can make a track live with your audience and have it win a major award, be nominated? That is a wild future to me, and I'm really excited about it. So that was very moving for me. Do you have a favorite music
Mary,
moment?
that question was only for you. It says
Listen.
Mary.
I have the ability to just make it your question.
Well, I guess it's more of like a music movement that I'm thinking, but there's been so many more live coders that started streaming like within the past year, which I just think is so cool because a lot of people use like different live coding environments or just have like a completely different approach to live coding. So I think it's been cool to like watch a kind of like live coding community form around streaming because it's never been there. Like I don't think there's ever been like a live coder that's like been streaming before this year. So and now there's a ton. Like literally there's like honestly too many to even count at this point. So it's a music movement. It's cool to watch.
The latest one. Anything to add?
Sure. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been really enjoying Kid Cudi's. His episodes are really cool. Yeah, he's only, I think it's number 4 now. Yeah. It's a vibe.
Started.
It's a vibe. And
Yeah.
then he has the beautiful view and the hills. It's everything.
No one does it like Cuddy.
Yeah, no one.
That's a great answer. Thank you, Hillary, for those questions. My next question is from Helen. How did you get into making music through code that is incredibly
This question is
unique
only
and
for you, my
cool?
girl.
No, it's for you too.
This is definitely a Dave question. Please tell us a little bit about how you got into it, especially because, as you said, you're not, you did not go to school, you're not like classically educationally trained for this. How did you get into this?
So I get this question a lot, especially because I don't have a computer science background or like a programming background. So basically, when I was in college, I was in school for fashion design, and like halfway through, I was like, I can't do this. So I was
Why?
like, it was just like the industry itself. I was like, it's hard to like put your art out there. Like you can create all you want, but like actually getting it out there is like a whole mission. Versus like music, you can just like make something and kind of put it out pretty easily, comparatively. But at the time, I didn't even know I wanted to make music. I was just like floating around. And this is gonna sound kind of abstract, but in high school, my favorite subject was math, which I always just thought was random and never like thought about it. But then when I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, because I threw out this dream that I had for like my entire life, I was just walking around and I saw this flyer on the wall, like it was the 80s, that was like music plus code equals algorave. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, I was like, I need to take that class right now. So I didn't get into the class at all because there was a huge wait list. But 2 weeks in, I was like, just emailed the professor and I was like, can I just like be in the class? And he was like, sure. So I got in the class.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
No, exactly. And I was like, it's such a, like, I'm not even like that usually. Like, I'm always like, you know, it probably wasn't meant to be. But for this one, I was like, I just feel like I have to try. I don't know. Needless to say, it changed my life. But after I graduated, it was COVID. So I was just like hanging out at home. And I was like, well, I don't know how to code, but I have this like 1 semester random elective class that I took on live coding. So, which algorave is like the term that they use for like the performance of live coding, like algorithm and rave mixed together. So I just spent the year like learning coding. Like I was like, I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna just kind of do it as a hobby. And then it wasn't until obviously people could go outside again that I was like, I'm just gonna like try to perform it, like see what happens. And people loved it. Like I spent the entire night just like talking to people about it and like answering questions. And I was like, honestly, I don't even know. Like I'm still learning too. So it was kind of like I learned about music production and coding at the same exact time. So like my knowledge of both is like equal. Like I know just as much about coding as I know about music production. So yeah, that's how I got started, and that's how I guess I got to where I am today.
I think that story is very special because it sounds to me like a professor changed your life by letting you into a class that was closed, and now you have a class that's open, and you are that professor for other people.
Yeah, it honestly has been an inspiration for me to like make sure that I share what I've learned with people, because I'm like, if I didn't have a person standing in front of me teaching me this where I can like ask them questions and I can like go up to them after class and whatever, like I would not have been able to learn. Like I don't have that background. I don't even have that attention span. Like I wouldn't have been able to like watch a YouTube video and learn it. Not that there even are that many YouTube videos on how to learn live coding, at least with Strudel. So I honestly feel like I have to pay it forward. Like I'm like, if I had a resource like this, like it would have been super helpful. Or sorry, I did have a resource like that and it was really helpful. And if I had a continuing resource like this that I could tap into, it also would have been helpful in the early stages. So yeah, I'm like, I need to pay it forward. It's only fair.
Beautiful. This next question is from Megan. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for other creative fields like authors, docuseries creators, or magazine teams to use live streaming in a similar way?
I think every field, honestly.
Yeah.
I recently thought about like reading on stream, because I read a lot outside of just like on my own time, because I'm just constantly like, I just want to learn. I want to like learn new information. But I think it applies to all fields, honestly. Yeah. You can live stream anything. It's live. We're all alive, right? So yeah, why not just cut the camera on and go?
It's true, and technology was the biggest hindrance, but that's really going away. Everything is streamable now. We had NASA stream from their space station last year. So basically from space to the depths of the ocean.
There's no limit.
There's no limit. The limit does not exist. I'm going to keep moving just to try and get through as many of these questions before the end of the time. Mohammed asks, do you see experiences of folks remixing and then remashing your live performances, sort of continuous live co-creation over time? That's an interesting concept of remixing remixes or, reusing your music in a different way.
Yeah, I get that a lot because, again, I have like my full, basically like project that everyone can see. And it's unique because it's not just like in a normal DAW, you'll just have like instrument loops that you can't just like take that off the screen. Like you have to like find the instrument, you have to whatever. But people can literally copy and paste what I have on my screen and like have my song, like, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, they won't have my like built-in or like my samples that I uploaded locally.
Yeah.
But they will have like basically everything else they need. So I always get people DMing me being like, I remix this like after your stream. And I just like, I love it. Like I love that it gives people like a jumping off point because I feel like it's usually like a gateway remix to like them making their own music. Yeah. So I feel like it's cool to like get to give them this like jumping off point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Even it's art on art. When you're thinking, this comes from Adia, do you think about IRL meetups or live events with your viewers? Either of you?
Yes.
Ooh. I love these teases, and I will not inquire further.
So I was going to actually ask this question. We should stream together. Can we stream together?
I would love to.
Are you still in Jersey? Are you?
I'm in LA now.
Oh, damn.
But I'm in Jersey all the time.
Okay, that's good. Because I still, so we can like,
perfect.
Yeah,
Cooking stream when?
Yes, I would love that. You can teach me coding and everything that you know.
Perfect. And you'll teach me cooking because I don't know how to cook anything.
Okay, perfect. Coding and cooking.
I think this is a beautiful mix, and you're both on this stage for a reason. You both contribute art in a very unique way to the world, and I want to thank you very much for providing so much transparency and authenticity and adding art into the world through Twitch. I think it's extremely meaningful, and I think we're all better off for it. And thank you very much for doing what you do.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Everyone,
really
please give it up
you.
for Tierra and DJ Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful South by Southwest, and we will see you on the next panel. Bye.
Bye. They cut my mic.